All right, what is up, guys? How's it going? It's been a while. It's been a few weeks, I think. Gosh, it's been too long. Okay, so we're back. Hope you guys are doing well. Hello, how's it going? Happy post St. Patrick's Day. Um, let's go ahead and talk about video editing concepts. So let me change my screen here. There we go. So I want to talk about video editing concepts, which will revolve around, um, I guess, marketing videos and film editing and making YouTube videos. And I think we're going to start off with YouTube videos. So I've been editing since I was a kid, since I was like 12 years old. So I've been doing this for a very long time. Theoretically, I guess 15 years. So um, I've definitely learned a lot about editing, and I went to school for it. The only professional jobs that I've had outside of just like I don't know working for my dad when I was a kid were video editing jobs and being a video producer, graphic designer, just all of that combined into just learning the psychology behind video editing. So what I want to do is I want to look at videos together because I've got some YouTube videos up here. I want to look at them together, and then we can kind of dissect them, and I can just kind of tell you about the psychology behind them, and then why certain videos are good and why certain videos are not so good. And so I'm going to start off with one that is very good, and this is one that kind of really jump started this guy's career. And I don't know if you guys have heard of Peter McKinnon, but he's pretty awesome. And he's done. Yeah, let me just get okay. And he's done a lot of like awesome videos that have really put him on the map. He was one of the pioneers for having videos that were structured in a way where he would have like a list of items and he would do it really quickly. And this is one of his most popular videos, and it definitely got him like all of his subscribers. So he's got like 5 million subscribers. He was the fastest to a million. I think he got like a million in like 6 months or something like that. It was crazy. And it was mostly because of videos just like this. So this is just 2 minutes. We're going to watch it real quick, and then I'm going to go over it with you.
What's up? Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe below. Lots more content coming. See you soon.
So that's Peter. He didn't show his face throughout the whole video. And it's crazy because like this video was so quick. It was edited well. It was like straight to the point. It showed 8 things, and he didn't need narration. It was just fun music and just like cool camera angles and just yeah, so he did such a good job with just kind of like choosing how he wanted to film it. And then the structure was so important. The intro was barely even, I don't know, was it over 5 seconds? Maybe it was. So he like wrote on a piece of paper. Yeah, so he wrote on a piece of paper and then he started with his phone and set a timer. So it's like it's really cool. And then he just threw everything on the table and it was all 8 things immediately. So you knew what you were getting, but you didn't know exactly how he was going to show you how to use them. So it was just like just the setup, the first 10 seconds, just like draw you in. Not only does the thumbnail draw you in too. I mean, here, let's go back, and I think he got so lucky because look at when I say lucky, I don't mean like overall. I mean just with this one concept. You see the thumbnail right here? It's the second video, and he's got the knife to the camera. So not only does that look interesting, but also when YouTube has this thing where you hover your mouse over a video, it'll show you a preview. So when you hover your mouse over this, it shows him putting the chapstick and the result. Like, that's so lucky. Like, because you can't choose what GIF shows up when someone hovers over your video when you make it. So just like his editing was always showing something that was interesting and unique. So I think because it was fast enough, you would have seen something really cool and interesting regardless. But this shot is the most interesting, where it turns into a looping GIF. And it's just so awesome. It's just like, man, like it's so easy for someone to want to click on this after like, ooh, that thumbnail's interesting. Then they highlight it and they're like, oh, what the heck is happening there? I want to see it. And then they click it, you know? So it's like, it's just so fast and easy, and it's about like grabbing the attention and everything. So, so yeah, this one was really cool. I think it's very important if you're gonna make YouTube videos, because this was one of his first YouTube videos. So if you're gonna make some, you're gonna want to make sure that you kind of have like an intro that's quick enough, and you know it's not too, like, it's as short as possible, but it's as long as it needs to be. So like for this, like this is very short, and it doesn't need to be very long, because his intro was exactly what his title was. Like you can say like exactly what you need to say for people to understand what the video is going to be. For example, if we go to the next video, which is, I chose a David Dobrik video because he's grown so huge, because his editing style is like the greatest presentation for the kind of content that he puts out. So his content that he puts out is just all this crazy stuff that he does with his friends, and he meets celebrities and they like do like all sorts of stuff. They prank each other, make fun of each other, all this stuff, and they just joke constantly. So like his style is like, it's almost like think of it like a skit. So we're definitely going to go into like kind of like more like the comedic editing, but comedic editing is generally better than most other types of editing if you sprinkle it in enough. So like if you have like a how-to video and you have a joke or like something funny happens, you kind of want to cut it in a way to where like it makes it even more funny. And there are ways to do that. And one of the key ways that David Dobrik does it is right when people start like reacting, like right as they react to whatever just happened. So like, let's say, I don't know, someone tries to jump over something and they trip and fall, and then everyone starts laughing. Like he lets the laughs go for not even a second. He cuts away like immediately. Like the reaction is always cut, and it's always cut to like someone else saying something or making a joke while everyone else is still laughing. So it's like he's cutting through the laughter. He's cutting through the reaction. Like he wants to move you through it. Like it's almost like the concept is like, obviously like something funny happened, and obviously like you would think it's funny too if you were there, but you don't need to hear everyone's laugh. Like, everyone's laugh doesn't make the video better. So he's learned to cut through it. And I've personally never seen anyone do anything like that before. And I think it's such an interesting psychological concept because, like, you got to give people what they need. And he was someone who kind of discovered what people don't need. And I think that's just as important as discovering what people do need. And so we'll just watch a little bit of his video and you'll see what I'm talking about, I hope.
Hey, Todd. Hey, Dave. How are ya?
That's Todd. So he's our John Stamos of our group.
There he is.
Not quite as sexy as me, but...
Damn, what the hell is this? Jonah?
I told my friends I thought I smelled pussy around here. I guess I was right.
Oh, okay.
If I see you here one more time, I'm gonna fucking bop.
Oh!
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, no, I don't like that. Oh, shit.
I shot myself! I'm about to keep going! I'm gonna come back and get you, fool!
Karina, stop!
And then you also notice right there, even though this, stupid stuff is happening, you'll notice he'll L cut. So it's not a J, because a J would be going the other way, but he'll L cut where the next video comes in while the original audio bleeds into the next video. So it makes the shape of an L. I don't know if that's reverse for you guys, but for me it's an L. And you'll notice here, like right before the picture of this girl pops in, the laughter is still happening. So just listen for a second.
Come back and get you, fool!
Karina, stop!
See, he had laughter going into the next frame. And he's always cutting through the laughter. It's almost like laughter is his transition. So that's like, if you're gonna make videos like this, which there's a decent amount of people out there making videos like this where they want to vlog and they want to show funny things happening. It's important to like kind of pick up on this, and people only want to see certain things. Like, they don't need to listen to your laughter all the time, because let's say you have a 4-minute and 20-second video where you're cutting like the longest you'll let a clip go is maybe 5 seconds. Then you have jokes flying in all the time, so people are laughing all the time. So you don't need to hear the laughs all the way through every single time. So just cut through the laughs, but show all of the events. So yeah, we don't need to watch other people react. We just want to show you so you can react, and then you have to react fast enough, because next thing you know, you're seeing something that's also funny. So it's like, gosh, the way he cuts his videos is so well done, and it's so simple. Like, if you just think about it, like a lot of these editing concepts are just so simple. It's just really, it's feeding into exactly what people should have. And they'll respond better to it. So we're still on YouTube. I also want to show you how I do my videos. I literally just uploaded this video yesterday. So this one is a simple logo animation template, but the structure of it is all I want to talk about. Okay. So I have a 15-second intro. I'm just going to mute it. So I have a 15-second intro, right? And I'm just explaining what's going to happen while also speeding through and showing what's going to happen over the first 15 seconds so that people know what they're getting when they start watching it, okay? And then also my structure is formatted to where I have this navigation bar that not only goes with YouTube, but also like you just know where you're at in the video when you don't highlight the YouTube video player. So you know what's coming next. And I think that's super important when it comes to editing, or when it comes to creating educational videos. People want to get that information as fast as they possibly can. Now, people also want to know that they can get it as fast as they possibly can. But if they find comfort knowing that, oh, we're only this far through the video, there's only this much more about this topic, I should just listen to it to see if there's anything new that I'm going to learn. Sorry. So I think it's very important to just have that clear communication right off the bat. And so people can just kind of navigate, because like you won't necessarily see this in a David Dobrik video. You'll see this only in like educational videos. Because if you see something like this in a David Dobrik video, it'll just be weird. Like, he can't really label what's happening. What's he gonna put, like, you know, mom joke or like sex joke or, you know, every like 5 seconds? No, he's not gonna do that, and no one's gonna navigate to that. And so that communication doesn't need to happen. So yeah, that's my video. Go ahead and give it a watch. It's a free template. You can watch it, and you'll get a free download, and you can use it in all your videos, and it's pretty awesome. So give it a watch when you can. Okay, and then let's dive into kind of like filmmaking. I think this is going to be really cool. So this is a 2-minute film, 2-minute 41-second film. It's an animated film, and it's done so well. The story is just like it's pretty unbelievable how well done it is, and I think we should just watch it all the way through, just so you can kind of see how it's edited, and it's edited to a point where it cuts through the fluff as well. It just cuts to areas where you need to see, and there are some details that it glosses over, but like that should interest you. When details are glossed over, you should be interested, and the way you're interested is if you're already looking at something that's interesting. So if you're looking at something that's interesting, like an assassin, for example, and they skip over his background, I mean, he's an assassin. That's pretty darn interesting, and you want to know his background, but they kind of skip over it or maybe tease you about it. I mean, like that just makes you want to keep watching, because you want to see if they're actually going to show you any more about his background, and maybe they will, and then maybe you'll want more. You know, so that's cutting through the content like that can be very important. So let's go ahead, play this.
So you're telling me you met the guy who delivers death to every doorstep, and you survived? Look, he doesn't just show up in a UPS box. He shows up in mailboxes, birthday boxes, boot boxes, toolboxes. This guy is nothing but a killing machine.
Breathe, Franklin, breathe. Okay, I'm gonna let you know what happened. I was down at the docks delivering a pizza. Hey, I think this is Industrial Drive. I got a pizza for Mr. Jax. Oh.
Who sent you here?
The pizzeria. Pudgy's Pizzeria. Oh, hey.
Boys, get rid of them.
How about this? I'll give you guys the pizza for free. Maybe I can even throw in some of Pudgy's famous cheesy breadsticks on the house.
Were you scared?
Those goons, man, they were terrified. But me, you know I kept my cool. Come on.
You got me into this. You're gonna get me out too.
I would love to help.
Just step on it, kid. Well, you're not gonna be delivering pizzas anymore.
Well, you're gonna have to take that up with my boss.
Say another word, and I'll cut your throat. What is it, kid?
Wait, the glove box?
Yeah, man, the glove box. Hold on one sec. Mr. Assassin, sir, please just wait. Just wait. I promise I won't say anything. Please just let me go, man.
I'm not sure that's gonna come out with just soap and water. You could try scrubbing that with some bleach. You know what? Here, a tip for your trouble.
He actually seems like a pretty good guy.
Yeah, he ain't so bad.
It's so well done. It's so well done. Okay, so I'm just gonna play this in the background. So we got narration. It really just talks about like, oh wait, hold on. What school is it? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought my cousin went to that school. So yeah, it starts off with a box and the guy's shooting, right? Like it goes directly to the box assassin. You get what you asked for. And you're like, what? Like, I don't get it. Box assassin. And it's literally an assassin that pops out of a box. Somehow he fits in it. Who knows? But yeah, we just cut through all the different boxes that he's shooting through. And then we cut immediately to a scene where, like, you know, where an assassin's supposed to be. He's supposed to, like, you know, try to go after the bad guys, right? But yeah, I mean, everything from here is kind of straightforward. It's just like, this is all just really just one scene, right? So this doesn't really require much advanced editing. It's more about, like, you know, what are the sequence of events? Okay, the assassin pops out of the box, he shoots some goons, and then you know, he's going after more goons, and then the bad guy gets away, gets in the car somehow, and yeah, he runs in. So it's just like a sequence of events. It's not really about like specific editing that made this happen. So yeah, still shooting goons, and now we're getting away. But yeah, so you don't really, like, editing doesn't drive this part of the story. But that's important. You don't want editing to distract. You just want to show all the things that are necessary based on what's happening, according to the script. So yeah, he's just threatening him. It's nothing too advanced here. But then they'll, you know, sometimes they'll have pauses in the video, and it'll be pausing for narration, and I think that's also really important too, because that's something that they started off from the get-go, so they can get away with pausing for narration, and then, like, right here they say, yeah, he's a pretty good guy because he gave him some money, but they didn't pause there because they didn't have to. But yeah, like, the pausing is good, and it's useful because you can hear the narration right from the jump. So yeah, this one, it's just like, it's so well done. It's just a really nice story, a really cool story. It's literally only 2.5 minutes, which just blows my mind. But yeah, so the next thing that I want to talk about is kind of like promotional material mixed with storytelling. And there's some editing that goes into that, and just specific ways you want to do it. And we're going to do it with a sports team. So it's not the fact that the sports matters. It's the fact that there was a story through a season, and they kind of condensed it. And it's about, like, you know, winning and showing that we're going to win the next game, and, you know, just showing, like, what's coming up and what's going to happen next. It's almost like, you know, it's promotional material for you to watch the next game, right? So this was last year's football season, Green Bay and the Bucks. I think it was before the championship, yeah. So let's just kind of see what's going on here.
FC championship game. I can't wait till toe hits leather, and I can't wait to see Tom Brady battle Aaron Rodgers.
These are two of the greatest quarterbacks of all time playing at the biggest moment of this season. And we have to cherish this. We have to relish this.
In a way, right, it's the matchup we all want to see, the greatest of all time, perhaps against the greatest of his generation.
Lots of slow-mo.
Hey, today our day, man. All that work we put in, man. We deserve to be here. Let's show the world, man. This is what we do. Hey, it's set in here.
Got a lot of football, right? 60 minutes, far back.
You know, everybody always asks what was our identity. And, you know, we didn't have an answer. But Coach B.A., he had an answer. He said we're going to find a way to win the game.
So far, it's really just a lot of slow-mo videos, a lot of, like, teamwork, like, all the guys coming together, hyping each other up, saying, like, this is what's necessary, this is what we're going to do, you know, we're not going to back down, just kind of like a montage of that. The audio is very necessary at this point, so it's important to time the audio, you know, showing clips of them doing good work and being successful.
And I am not real, man. Come on, man. Come on, AK. We got one more game left. Green Bay Packers be coming.
Brady dropping, throwing, approach, caught ball. Chris Godwin, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Here is the play action fake. Brady throws the ball, caught. Mike Evans, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
So this is also going through history, right? So it's showing you what has happened in the previous games and all the scoring that they've done.
I'm gonna put the dagger in him. Watch.
The music is so hype. Epic. So it's like so like we had a bunch of scoring and now we're mixing in a bunch of celebrations.
Oh, we gotta fight! We gotta lay down!
And so that was important too, because like there were 3 cuts in a row that looked pretty seamless, all sacking the quarterback, right? Right here. Bam, bam, bam.
Which of the race do you like the best? The next one. The next one's the best.
So now they're bringing the real Bucks history into it. It's because like the Bucks haven't been here in a long time. So we got Brett Favre. Cleo. Alright, so make it all ominous. So yeah, this one was pretty good. So like there was like moments where we wanted to have it cut with specific types of shots. Like here it's all just kind of preparing for the game. There's no like game clips yet. So here's some game clips. It's all slow-mo. We're just kind of like slowly moving into the highlights. So here are all the highlights, right? Still going through highlights, still scoring. We're gonna start celebrating soon. Here we go. Now we're celebrating. Killing it. Alright. And then more plays. This is about the defense. So all defensive plays. Now we're just sacking the quarterback. So it's really like you want to make sure when you're cutting, you want to have clips that are fairly similar because they're more impactful. It's almost like if you see something happen, if you see something happen in different instances over and over, it's more impactful. Like if like you see me make a travel video and I show you that I'm flying to like Italy and I go to Venice and I only show you that I'm going to Venice and that's it. It's not as impactful as me showing you that I flew into Venice, I flew into Rome, I flew into Florence, I flew into Sicily, like all these different places in Italy. It's just more interesting because you're like, wow, you flew into all those places, but what else did you do? So it's like when you stack edits together and you push them all together, it makes things more interesting, and that creates like a non-linear editing structure. And that's generally how editors describe Premiere Pro and Avid. They're non-linear video editing software. So basically, it allows you to not have it as a linear story, which is just beginning to end, but you can actually pull certain clips where, like, let's say you had 5 beginnings, like let's say throughout all this footage there were 5 times where I flew into a new country. I would pull all 5 of those beginnings and put them all in the very beginning. So if there's 5 beginnings in the very beginning, because that really hooks people in. It gets people in, that makes people want to watch more, makes people be like, wow, you went to all these places, I want to see them all. and then they expect you to have kind of like a montage of all the different places. Maybe you'll throw text on screen depending on where you're at. Yeah, these are basically just went over some good editing concepts that kind of will help drive your videos and help you get clear on how you want to cut videos together. And everything that I've described is what makes a good video. Now, what makes a bad video is just one that's kind of a slow start. It's really just you talking, or you're just showing something and the shot is stale. It doesn't really introduce exactly what's going to happen right away. It's not intriguing. It doesn't really evoke emotion right away. It doesn't give people what they asked for based on if they clicked on a thumbnail on YouTube, or if they saw the title of it. It's kind of like if you go to the movie theater and you haven't seen a trailer for a movie, but there's a movie called Ice Age. When you go in that movie, you expect to see an ice age happen. You expect to see, some things freeze over. So, excuse me, I'm a little sniffly, as always. It's always the mornings that get me sniffly, I promise. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's all the editing concepts that I wanted to show you guys today. Looks like we didn't have too many questions, but I'm glad I could show you guys all of this. And I'm happy to answer any of the questions that you have. Also, if you want to reach me, if you want to get some one-on-one time with me, I would be more than happy to teach you and show you. I have a lot of students that I'm currently working with that are from all ages, working on all sorts of different types of video projects, and so I would love to meet you and see what you're doing and see if you want some help. And maybe we can schedule a call together, like 15-minute call just to go over some things. Sorry. And yeah, so go ahead and check out some of the links down below. There's all sorts of links telling you what you can do with me and how we can connect. And yeah, go ahead and do that. Check out the ParEdits helpline. Check out my profile on Wizen for one-on-one tutoring. Check out my reverse engineer growth blueprints, my free course free trial of my course on Premiere Pro. So much stuff that I want you guys to have. So, yeah, thank you, and I will see you in the next one. There we go.
Good.